Today I'm sitting and just wondering the amount of change that I've gone through in the last 1 year. Like, literally, so many things have changed. I'm not talking of the kind of change like, you've changed location, you've changed relationships, you've changed places, or whatever, right? I'm not talking of those kind of changes, because even with those kind of changes, sometimes you feel that there is no change, right? You're living in India and suddenly you get a job in the US, you move to the US, you go to somewhere else. Like, for some period of time, the external environment's change will be visible to you, but at the end of the day, you're carrying the same body, same mind, and same thought with you. So eventually that same body, same mind, same thought will change the environment, and you will start feeling the same thing. So have you ever felt that you've changed your job but you still feel the same? There's just a little bit of honeymoon period and you still feel the same. You've changed relationship and you still feel the same. Because your external environment, you are continuously changing. But what you are internally at a basic level, it's the same. And you know that your internal environment has a huge capability of changing your external environment. So when I am talking about the change that I have gone through in the last 1 year, I am not talking about external changes. I am talking about the change in consciousness. The change in the way I feel my environment, I respond to my environment, or the state of acceptance that I have in my life. That consciousness has changed so much, and I'm sitting and thinking about it. Like 1 year back, I was so lost. I wasn't doing any practice. But that doesn't mean that things were not shifting inside me. I think that even before you start your practices, there are certain things in your subconscious mind, in your unconscious mind, wherever it is, certain things get triggered. And I'll tell you, I was working, it was a month last year, April, and I went to an event. Generally, I like those events. I like talking to people. I like sharing my thoughts and all of that thing. I did all of that. I was happy till I was with people. But when I came back to my hotel room, I was feeling that unrest was something that I was feeling, because I was feeling like I don't know, there was the state of non-belonging that I was feeling, because something was already triggered in the cosmos. In my physical reality, it wasn't triggered, but something had already triggered in the cosmos, which was making me feel a certain noise. I could feel the restlessness in me. I could feel that noise. I could feel that state of not being able to relate. And that not being able to relate was closely tied to what I was seeking in life. And what I was seeking in life is something that I have been seeking for a very long time. So what I mean to say is that 1 year back, pretty much around this time, I had made up my mind that I don't want to continue in this job. And yes, there were many palpable reasons. The work wasn't exciting me anymore. I was not feeling a sense of belongingness. But something out of the blue was surfacing. And that thing that was surfacing was that I was craving for a leadership position. And later on, when I did my journey, when I, did my self-exploration, realization, many things became clear why I was feeling like that. But I was at a physical level, in my physical body, in my physical reality, I was so ready for a leadership position, because I wanted to execute, I wanted to do, and I was like full of ideas, full of energy and enthusiasm. It was the right moment in my life, right moment in my career to take a very big leap. but my external environment was not changing. There were a lot of inhibitions that I was facing in my external environment. So while my urge for that leadership role, position and authority and being able to do something was rising, my environment was becoming more antagonistic. They were not in sync with each other. And that's when I decided that this corporate is not a place where I can make an impact anymore. I had that feeling, and then I, couple of months down the line, I put down my papers. But what I'm trying to say is that while in that period I was feeling something, but I think the cosmos was already in motion many months back. And things start shifting inside you much before then when you take an action. I feel that things started shifting, I think, around more than 1 or 2 years before I resigned from corporate. There was that unrest that I was carrying inside me. But yes, we generally want to make things work, whether it is relationship, whether it is work, whether it is our environment. But things start moving because we, in our own personal self, in our physical body, we are present and we want to do what we want to do. But there are a lot of messages and codes that we are carrying from many lifetimes at a many deeper level. Those things get activated at a particular time. So I feel that the environment and the individual is in a constant feedback loop. It's in a constant feedback loop. And it is amazing the amount of self-realization that comes when you undergo transformation. Transformation has been a very key theme in my life. And like today I was sitting and I was thinking at the amount of changes that has happened in the last 1 year, the amount of self-realization. I started with my spiritual practice last year around the month of September, October. And within a very short span of time, there are many levels that I've jumped. There is many turmoil that I've went through, but somehow I don't have memory of the turmoil. I just have memory of the process of transformation. And to be able to sit with your truth, to be able to sit with your realization and your acceptance is a profound feeling. So in life, if transformation knocks your door, be okay with opening it, right? Because that transformation period will be 6 months, 8 months, 1 year, 2 year, whatever. But it will liberate your soul. I am just sitting in awe of the amount of knowledge, the amount of learning that I have amassed in the last 1 year. So much of understanding of life, so much of understanding of self. That self-understanding is so profound. My tendencies, my way of reacting to things. Because your mind again has a very beautiful interplay with the environment. And today as I sit here, there are many other things that I'm working with. But today as I sit here, I cannot be more thankful to God, to the divine energies, to this beautiful facet of life itself, for the learning that I have got. And I could have postponed this learning, I could have been in the suffering, and I could have relied on changing my external environment again and again. But I think this was that break in my state of life. It was destined, and I cannot be more thankful. So since I have taken up this journey of transformation, what I want to say is that it's a beautiful journey. After the journey gets over, I mean, it doesn't get over. You're constantly transforming all throughout your life. But once you've, it's how should I say? Okay, so you are in a game. You're playing a video game, all right? And then you do this. boom, green button, level unlocked, you move to the other level. So it's a beautiful interplay of things that happen, and you start observing. The more you transform, the more you observe, and the more you try to override. Now, this is a very beautiful thing, override. What is karma? Why do we have the same tendencies, even though we are like consciously making effort, but somehow the subconscious mind comes to play, right? Because there is memory. There's memory of the things that we've done, and that memory, drives you in an autopilot mode, right? So sometimes you have to override certain things. And when I say override, it means you want to bring about a change. You have to change your pattern. You have to do something that you've not done before. You have to act differently. You have to respond differently. You have to keep doing these different things so that you can break realities, you can create new realities, and see where it goes. Don't be a victim of your mind. Your mind is driving you. You think you're smart, you think you're intelligent. Everything that you do is driven by that mind. How you feel towards things is driven. Yeah, I mean, you bring your heart into picture, but then your mind has such an important play in all the things that happens to you. So you have to start overriding things. You will be able to override it when you have the self-realization, self-actualization of what you've been doing so far. You have to break patterns.